Welcome back to another wonderful episode of UMass Yak Back. I'm your host, Christine Squalia, and we have a great show planned for you guys today. First, R.I.P. Larry Kelley. Second, we'll be talking about planets. There's more of them. You'll hear more. And then we're going to be talking about how you really shouldn't mess with a mob boss's penis. Great show planned. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This segment, we're going to be talking about how the wicked snitch is dead. Although, really sad, today on the panel we have Robbie, Molly, and Allie.
Oh no.
Robbie, what do you have to say about this?
I just am a little caught off guard, but yeah, no, I was a big time follower of his, and it's really tragic what happened. I know he was very controversial in the town of Amherst, but regardless, it's definitely sad that he was on a head-on collision with an 18-year-old on Route 9, and he also has children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went too early.
Allie, what is your opinion based on what the general census of the UMass community has?
I think that I had like an idea of who he was, like everyone talking about it, and I knew that UMass students didn't like him, but at the end of the day, I think it was really weird the way like a lot of UMass students handled it. Like, oh, I'm sorry, this guy complained on Twitter about us destroying the townhouses, and he died in a really tragic accident and has children. And I think that I've heard of people having like Larry Kelley parties that he's dead, and it's freaky to me. I think it's really disrespectful.
Molly, what was so bad about Larry Kelley? What was he doing in the Amherst area?
I know that he was very active on Twitter, and he also had a blog, I believe. And he was a great source of information for what was kind of going on in the community because he was a long-term Amherst resident, and he would often tweet about a lot of the happenings. But also I know he had a drone, so he would fly it over the UMass campus, and he would report about a lot of like either police log happenings or if there were like parties at the townhouses, he would like post pictures of everyone partying and stuff like that. And then with like the small riot after the Super Bowl, I know there were pictures posted of that. So I think some people, he was just very controversial, I think, in the UMass community because there are a lot of students that were bothered by the fact that he was like kind of being nosy into like our community's business and passing judgment on kind of the doings of college students. But I know also a lot of people thought that he was a wealth of information because he kept a lot of the community updated, especially those who live in the town of Amherst but don't necessarily have college students or aren't involved with our campus.
I agree. He would often be seen taking pictures or videos of parties going on, or he would basically blast people who got arrested publicly. Robbie, how would you feel if you were to be blasted by Larry Kelley?
Obviously, if it was me personally, I'd be like, whoa, man, like, why does this interest you so much? But as it is in a general sense, I don't know if he grew up in Amherst, but he is totally just a guy who is passionate about Amherst and the going-ons. He's totally a townie. And if you follow him, like, he does not only post about parties, he'll post about good things that happen in Amherst too. He's not biased. He's not just out to get people. It totally has a passion. I feel like he sits and he listens to the police radar and he enjoys doing that. Mm-hmm. He enjoys listening to the current events and he wants to get that to the people as soon as it's like almost like he wants to be like a breaking news journalist, but he never made it. Mm-hmm. And now that's how he lived out his dream. And I think if that's what he was happy with, and I think we should support him in his endeavors, even if it is at our expense. Because honestly, we are being assholes.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
We're not doing good things. Like there's a reason he's tweeting about the huge day drinks at the townhouses where people are throwing beer cans across the quad. Like,
which is true.
there's
That's
a
what I was
reason.
gonna say. Like, it's not like this guy's like slandering us as UMass students. Everything he says is completely valid. I mean, of course, it's not representative of the entire UMass community. Like, there are 20,000 of us, but the things he reported are just true. So why do you care? And older people are gonna be like shocked. Not shocked. I'm sure they partied enough in their day too. But like people live here with their families. Like, they should kind of care that we're doing that stuff.
Right, and it's like, I know this is very hypocritical to say, but it's kind of like if you don't want it to be public, because everyone does things behind closed doors, but it's like if you don't do it, if you don't want people to know you're doing it. You know what I mean?
And I think the people that are being so reactive to his death are the ones that are defensive about kind of their actions, are the ones that are upset by it because maybe they're the ones like doing things that he's
Yeah, it's
posting
almost
about.
like those kids that grew up with their parents being like, oh, no, my kid didn't do that. My kid did no wrong. Like, oh, no, my Johnny, no, he wasn't there smoking pot. Are you kidding me? It's like, but Johnny's the one who bought the pot, has the bowl, like, you know what I mean? It's like that type of thing.
I
And
will
it's
say
just
about
like-
Amherst too, though, like when me and Robbie have both gotten in trouble, and I feel like the only thing that I have an issue with is the way people really get picked out of the crowd. Like they'll be like for instance, when I got in trouble, I got ID'd at the townhouses. And then I was like upset after, and my friend walked by with an open container, and she was underage too, but she just kind of skirted by. So it's kind of just like you're wrong place, wrong time.
Right, it's
of
almost
course,
like,
I was
oh,
doing something wrong, but
right.
it's like
Why me?
it's
like almost like, oh, we've gotten enough today. We'll let the other, now we'll look the other way for the other people.
It's very
We both got
selective.
minor possessions for carrying alcohol that wasn't even ours.
I know, yeah.
So
it was
it's
just
like,
in a really
it's like we just
unlucky
happened to be the
situation.
pack mule. Like I stepped off the bus and there's like 40 of us getting off a crowded bus. And for some reason, I just got grabbed out of the crowd. Like I wasn't being reckless, I wasn't being rowdy. It was just like, hey, you with the backpack, get over here. It's like, like in the end,
But
we
it's
were
also like
we were fine.
Yeah, and also, it sucks that they pick people out of the crowd. I know that is my least favorite part. But at the same time, it's like, how are they supposed to generate any sense of fear of us getting in trouble with the cops
If it doesn't
if they
happen, if they don't make an
target
example
anyone?
out of anyone.
Yeah,
that's true.
exactly. You gotta make an example
I
out of
do understand this, but also Larry Kelley had another side to him besides being a budding journalist. What would you guys think is his day job if you had to guess? We'll go down the line. Robbie, what do you think his day job is?
Ooh.
I actually know.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, then
I
Molly,
don't
don't
know.
guess.
No, you can skip me.
Larry Kelley, if he was coming from Belchertown, I don't know where he lives.
I have no idea.
I would kind of say like
Technician?
I want to say
Electrician?
like a postman.
Okay, so we got postman.
I said trade.
Allie, what do you think?
Like a trade. Like
Like a plumber.
yeah, electrician, something along those lines.
Well, Molly, you know what he is. What is he?
He's a very successful martial artist, and he owns his own studio.
Yeah,
and
that came out of nowhere.
He actually is like one of the best fighters in Western Mass.
Yeah.
If you Google Larry Kelley, you can find him like knocking people out and throwing kicks. It's
That's so
pretty
cool.
wild.
That is cool. So he does have a legacy. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he-
He has,
he
he has
has
a
a
legacy
cool
other
legacy.
than his like snitchiness. He has another legacy, and that makes me very happy because
So.
he's much more than that. Than people give him credit
Yeah,
for.
I agree.
But I think it is really sad, and we can all agree it's really sad for the family and really sad in general. Larry Kelley, you will be missed.
He
But
will be missed.
that's all we have time for, and we'll see you on the next segment. Hello again. We've got some universal news for you on this segment.
Boo.
There's some new planets. They're kind of Earth-like. NASA discovered them, but they're far away. Kate, what do you think about it?
Well, I'm extremely excited. This is, what the exoplanet search, among other things, has been looking for. And if we find alien life, this is probably where it's going to be. So it's really exciting. There's, 7 Earth-like planets between smallish and rocky, orbiting a red dwarf star that's 39 light years away, which is pretty close in terms of stars. And if there are any aliens there. We have to really hope they're doing better than we are.
Jake, what would you do if there were aliens there and we could communicate with them?
I'd bring them on the show and have them tell you how they helped build the pyramids. And they would be like, hey, we built the pyramids. You guys would be like, damn, we should have listened to Jake all along. I know my shit, especially aliens.
Like that
But yeah, I'd
History
go
Channel
crazy.
show.
It'd be dope. Imagine like we find aliens. Like I don't know what type of life form it'll be. Maybe like even little creatures. Oh, if it's a little critter, I'd definitely take one as a pet. But don't feed it after midnight.
That's true. The star is only 500 million years old, so it's a pretty young star, all things considered.
I can't believe we found this shit.
500,000 years young.
Yeah. Bernsey,
So-
what do you think the plausibility of us ever contacting them is, though, with it being 400,000 years to get there with the current technology?
Yeah, that's not likely. I think it's just crazy that it's like, what, 40 light years or something. I mean, even like 1 light year, I think it takes like a ridiculous amount of time.
Well,
So
I mean,
Let's get fact checked by Kate.
well, if we send a radio wave saying hi to them, it'll be 80 years before we get the reply.
only 80?
Only 80.
Yeah, I was
For
gonna
one
say
light year.
we might not be able to get there. But wait, 1 light year is 80 years?
It's not that much.
No, it's 40. The star is 40 light years away, so
It's like
40
80
40
years.
years to get there, and then 40 years to get back. It would be 80 years before
But
we
that's
could
only
hear back
but
from
that's
them.
only for 1 light year, right?
They
No.
definitely gotta send out mad signals. Oh, we won't be able to see that shit.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
You
Because
gotta live a long time.
well, what we gotta hope is that we
Bummer.
invent
80
fast.
more years? I'll have to be 100.
Which means we have to invent faster than light travel before then. 80 years, we can do it. It was only 60 years between their first flying machine and landing on the moon. We can do that.
I want to be on my
Okay, is that-
deathbed at 101 and just be like, damn. Someone's like, oh my god, the aliens responded. Boom, I'm out.
Interesting. Back to your pet theory. If we were supposedly to go there and see these cute creatures and take them in as pets, isn't that like every sci-fi like terror film where aliens come and capture us and destroy our planet?
Yeah?
Do you have a problem with being the bad guy in that scenario instead of the victim?
Cinema bases itself off of stereotypes and assumptions.
Okay.
Who knows? It might be like I said, it's a young star, so maybe civilization hasn't evolved yet. Maybe it'll be like Antarctica. We go there as just alien penguins.
Little back.
Also, thinking that
Little
if
bacteria.
at the current, say we send something out and it does take 400,000 years, what's the chances that the Earth will still be there? Like,
Our Earth?
no,
Oh, the
either
other Earths.
What if we go there and help build the pyramids over there?
Build them some go there, build them some pyramids, and then come back. And then when they have a civilization, they're like, "Whoa, where did all these pyramids come from?"
That's what we should be spending our tax money on, not a wall.
Not the military.
Not the military, not a
Also,
wall.
do you think Trump will defund NASA now?
I hope not. And I hope if he does, aliens do attack. Because they'd invade and I'd be like, yo, I'm with you boys. And they'd be like, all right. They welcome me aboard. And we get hella lit.
Do you think aliens have alien alcohol?
I
What
think they
proof
have-
is it?
Dumb alcohol and some dank weed.
Ooh,
Intergalactic.
alien weed.
Alien weed.
Alien weed would be too much. Oh, like those memes.
That's the
What
important
do you
questions.
hope,
Like send off the
Trump-
messages now. Like, do you have weed over there?
First message, weed is tight.
Is
Dash
weed,
human.
Is weed legal over there?
Just wondering.
Yeah.
Uh,
80 years comes back. Yes. Okay.
Hey!
Okay, good. Another 80 years.
Oh God, I would get out of my deathbed and go over there and get it on.
Wrong number.
You mean aliens are getting high too?
What would you hope is the best thing they had over there? Like if
Alien
they were
weed.
more like advanced than us, what would be one of the coolest things the aliens have?
Alien weed.
I mean, the
Besides
ideal
that.
would be
Maybe-
faster than light travel, so they could come visit us without us having to wait 80 years.
Is that okay? Another fact check for Kate. Is that possible
We don't
to have faster
know.
than light?
They might.
We have no idea.
Wouldn't it like destroy someone?
Also, I don't understand.
As
I
we
don't think
currently
there's life
understand
there
it.
because how would they have not discovered us? What if it's like, I don't even know what it could be.
See, I find it funny that when we talk about aliens, everyone just assumes it's like this extremely advanced life form. What if they're just like these terrible creatures
Alien penguins.
that just like destroy things, that would just like eat you? Like you get on the planet, like the thing just
Like
eats
the
you.
Tasmanian
We just
devil
assume
that
they're
just, spins
yeah.
around and fuck shit up.
Yeah,
messes
that's what, like we
stuff
just
up.
assume
Or
they're like
alien.
these like humans that are like 100 times smarter than us, but that's like a crazy assumption.
We're the more advanced.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
what
just
if
find
they're
that
still
hard to
using
believe.
what if they're still calling house phones after a middle school dance?
Yeah. What if they're exactly
don't-
like us, except like everyone has a twin, but our twin is over there?
Well, there's a theory of the multiverse where if there's like an infinite universe, there's somebody that has the same, like that looks the exact same as you. So I don't buy it, but like they have all these theories.
And the anti-Earth used to be like a really popular weird theory back in the early 1900s. Like there's an anti-Earth on the other side of the sun, so we can't see it, but it's like the exact copy of the Earth and the exact mirror of everybody on Earth. And I don't know how anybody came up with it, but that used to be a thing. So maybe that's the anti-Earth over there.
Interesting. Well,
There is definitely not an anti-Earth on the other side of the sun. Just, you know.
these are some great theories, but I guess we're gonna have to wait at least 80 to 400,000 years to find out if any of this is true. We'll see you then. And we're back again, and hopefully we stay back because now we're going to be talking about this mob boss and his penis and how he almost killed someone for it. Molly, bring us in on some details.
Yeah, so there's a Japanese mob boss that is very high ranking, and he ordered out a hit on one of the nurses that was involved in his, I think it was a penile enlargement surgery. And apparently it did not go satisfactory based on the fact that he ordered the hit out on her. So he hired this guy, and the guy found the nurse and stabbed her repeatedly. She was in critical condition, but she did survive the attack, and now they're pursuing a conviction for him in court.
Yeah. Apparently, as well, he is almost about to get away with it. Like, the person who did the hit refuses to give him up, and but the only connection is that she worked on his penis surgery. Jake, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. It's unfortunate that he needed a penis enlargement surgery, I guess. It's pretty embarrassing.
Maybe that's why he's a mob boss.
Probably, but I don't know. I don't know what he was looking for. I don't know how he wasn't satisfied. Did she make it smaller? Because that would just be a funny joke, but not in the long run, obviously. But I mean, like, if it was like, if you want a surgery to enlarge it, it's probably, you're probably working with like flaccid 1.5 inches, 2 tops, maybe. Okay?
And why
You
the
give him
nurse?
like a flaccid 4-inch penis, he should be satisfied. What does he want? Like an 8-inch flaccid? That's a lot higher. Depends if he's growing or showing too. That's the issue.
Well, and why the nurse? Why did he single the nurse out? Like, why not the surgeon? What did the nurse do? What did she do to offend this man?
I don't know. Maybe the surgeons to come.
Maybe
The nurse definitely left something in there, like when they were suturing things back up.
Like a full towel.
If anything, that should
Or
help
maybe
things.
she rejected his romantic advances.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe she made fun of him for needing, or told someone. She told someone.
She probably told someone.
Chuck, if you were in this situation and you were to get a penis enlargement surgery and someone messed it up, what would you do in that matter?
Oof, I would run away. Like, I'd hide in shame. I'd be like, damn it, like, I'd just be really disappointed. Like all that money too, like, and the guy was like 70 years old apparently. So
I just
you got to
wait for
figure
the-
like he's only got so much time left. If you mess that up for him, he's pretty much out of the game.
Now, what would you do if you were also a mob boss?
If I was also a mob boss, I think I'd have the confidence to not get penis enlargement surgery.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would wait for the sweet release of death. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, because again, like if you're a mob boss and you need to have an enlargement
Yeah,
surgery.
Can you pay people to fake it?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know.
Maybe he wants natural. Sometimes it's a little better than a fake love.
Fake penis over fake love.
Yeah, as long as it's passionate.
Money can't buy happiness.
That's true, but it can buy a bigger penis.
Although maybe not in this case. What do you think went wrong with
She
his
gave him a
penis?
circumcised penis. I bet you he's an anti-Semite.
Yeah, I'm sure that's.
If he's working for the Yakuza,
I didn't know the Yakuza was known for their anti-Semitic history.
well, there's the Yakuza in
Weren't they pro-Nazis in
The
World
Man
War
in the High
II, though?
Tower. Yeah, the Yakuza was pro-Nazi, so they're
Oh, okay.
From a TV show, which you said.
great TV show.
Well,
very
it
Which is
happened, it
based-
happened in World War II, weren't they on the
And
same
it's
page?
based on a book, so.
Oh. Then it has to be true,
True.
unequivocally.
Good word. You said plausibility earlier. I wanted to applaud
Why?
you. That was a good word. You
It's
used
the
it
language choice.
just out of
Ah.
nowhere. Yeah.
I see. Molly,
Yeah.
if you were the nurse in this situation, what would you do after getting stabbed repeatedly?
Oh God.
Would you accuse him? I wouldn't accuse him.
I would stagger away. Yeah. Oh gosh, what would I do? I mean, in that situation, like you think of any good mob movie, and she has no shot. She has no shot in hell. You gotta thank him for stabbing you, and that's like all you can do, honestly.
Certainly wouldn't bring it to the authorities.
Revenge comes to mind, obviously, because I'm a vengeful person. But in that situation, when you're dealing with a mob boss, especially one that's that old, you're not gonna win there. You're lucky that you escaped with your life.
Also, if she knew it was a mob boss, do you think she should have done something during the surgery to make it go wrong? Is that what happened?
Maybe she didn't know he was a mob boss.
Maybe
That was
she
the biggest
tried.
issue.
Maybe she tried to influence the size of his penis because she knew he was a mob boss.
Maybe she just gave. Never mind.
No?
What if they gave him
Skip
too
that.
big a dick and that was the problem?
Yeah, maybe it was
Ooh.
too much of a burden to bear. The grass is always greener, as they say.
Yeah, his minions got really upset with him and he didn't like it.
Where's minions?
The Yakuza, all of them.
The whole.
They didn't like the big penis.
No,
Why?
Maybe
maybe it was too big. It was bigger than their penis.
Yeah,
His
so he would
penis
feel. He
size.
should feel like the man. If you got a big penis, you're gonna flaunt it. You're gonna feel like the man. That's an alpha quality. Not
When
that
did-
size matters,
Okay, my
but if you're gonna flaunt it,
my question for the men in this room is that if you did have a successful enlargement surgery, what's the first thing you would do?
have sex.
Yeah.
Really?
Can't
Test
you
it
not
out.
have sex for like 3 months or like?
I don't
How,
know,
like
I've
how
never
would
done
you
that
how would
surgery.
you flaunt it just by picking up a woman,
No,
or
I'd
would
probably
you like
whip it out.
go in public like LBJ style, just
Probably
like
nude beach.
nude beach?
Nude beach or just like chill with my friends and be drunk and was like, oh, look what happened, my pants fell down.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, holy shit, Jake.
I would definitely unzip my fly and then put it over my wrist and be like, guys, anyone want to check the time real quick?
My watch is broken.
Just doesn't seem to be ticking.
How did it do it? Did they just stretch it like tweezers?
I don't know the anatomy
Or
behind
did she
it.
just give them like
Maybe
a
they
mean
take
rubbing
they
touch?
probably take like. I was thinking they take like a chunk from like his butt or something and just like add it, because that's how like other enlargement stuff goes, right?
Like when
lips.
they plump up your lips.
So
Yeah.
is that going to be chode like? I don't know if you can extend skin.
Maybe that
I mean,
was
it's
the
already
problem.
stretchy though.
Maybe she just gave him a chode.
Well,
Maybe it was like girthy.
like a soda can.
Girthy McGee.
well, that's all the time we have, but Pixar didn't happen.